Hey, bio team. So there's a couple of ways that selection, either natural or artificial, can occur. The first type is directional selection, which occurs whenever one extreme trait in a population is favored over the other. So for example, if you imagined a population of black, gray, and white mice living in a field, and one winter there is super heavy snowfall that gave the white mice a bunch of camouflage, you would expect that the population of white mice would increase relative to the population of the gray and black mice. And so that after this heavy winter occurred, the population size would have changed to favor the white mice. The population would have shifted in the direction of having more white mice. Now, another type of selection that can occur is stabilizing selection, which occurs when the average trait in a population is favored. So imagine we had a population of horses. Some are really tiny, some are medium, and some are gigantic. Smaller horses would tend to freeze to death in cold conditions, and larger horses would tend to overheat in summer. So in these conditions, the middle trait is favored, while the two extreme traits are selected against. And so after selection had occurred, we would see that there are more of the average-sized horses, more of our average trait, than either of our extremes. And last, there's the opposite type of selection, disruptive selection, when the extremes of a trait are favored and the middle is disfavored. So for example, in certain bird populations, having a narrow beak allows a bird to probe for insects, whereas having a really large beak allows birds to crush seeds. So in these conditions, both extreme traits are advantageous, whereas having an average trait, an average-sized beak, would not be an advantage. And so over time, you'd expect there would be an increase in the populations of both our extremely small and our extremely large beaks, and there would be less of our average trait. And that's it. At this point, you guys have some practice problems. We'll see you next class.